Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More. Okay, I told one of y'all that I would go ahead and videotape about making my chai tea. So I'm going to show you because I'm about empty. I'm going to show you how I mix it, what I do with it and all. Right now, I'm making another pot of it. It's so good. Now, this is just the chai tea without the black tea in it. I like to add some of my black, and I also put some tulsi, fresh tulsi leaves in there I went and picked. I will show you that so you can see what I did. I just grabbed the little top pieces of it, see that? And I picked some of those and put in there for my, you don't have to have that, that's just, I have tulsi growing right now, so I'm using it. Sometimes I'll throw a handful of elderberries in with it. But this, what I'm going to show you what I'm making today is how I make my basic chai tea. Now, some people don't want the black tea and you can just have it without, but to me it just doesn't, when I add the black tea, it adds the full metal, it just kind of ties it all together, and I don't know, I really like my black tea in with it, and that's the way it's supposed to be a black tea drink, but you can drink it without. I just think it just doesn't taste the same. Okay, first get you a nice big bowl. Get some fennel seed. Now I'm just going to kind of do it by guess and by golly. I like fennel seed, so I'm going to put, I have little hands, but I'm going to put, I'll let you see what that looks like. You can see there. Okay. So, and if after I put them together, if I think I need more, I'll go back. Now these are cinnamon chips, cinnamon stick chips. You can use the powdered, but it can get out and float around, and I like a nice tea. I don't mind if a little bit gets in there. You can see what I've got here. I like cinnamon, so I think cinnamon is really good in this, so I'm going to put some extra. Cinnamon's really good to stabilize your blood sugar. I really like that. Okay, and I have some organic orange peel, which is sealed, so I'm going to unseal it with my pry lid. I love these things. I just got it off from eBay. I don't know how many, they don't make them anymore, so you really have to look for them. Okay, let me go ahead and get this little spoon. I like this one better. And oh, that smells good. Oh, that smells so good. So I'm going to get me a nice wooden, these are little wooden spoons. One, I think I'm going to put 2 in there for right now. Like I said, I may go back and do some more later. I'm going to have to find a ring for that now because I unsealed it, so I'm going to hold it down. You know, I'm also in the middle of making a pot of it as well from what little bit that I had. And my water is starting to boil. So I'm going to pour that here, and I'm going to let it set 10 or 15 minutes or whatever and really steep for a long time. You can also, a lot of people put it in a pan and just lightly simmer it on the back of the stove for hours. I have pretty small stuff. Oh, I need to go get I have ginger crumbles now, dried ginger crumbles. I used to put ginger powder. I like it better with the crumbles and stuff. The powder just doesn't stay in the little strainer as well. So let me go get my ginger crumbles. Okay, this is my ginger root, cut and sifted organic ginger root. So I'm going to put some of that in there. Now, ginger can have a little bit of a bite, but I actually like it, so I put a good handful in there. That's probably all that I will put of that in there. And like I told you, you can always add extras. So for this batch, what I've got here is dried elder flowers, which are very mild, but they still give you a little bit of that antiviral. And I was exposed to someone I was helping to get over being sick, who was pretty sick, and I to make sure I don't get anything. So I put in a good handful of those. I could put some more if I really, like my throat tightens or something, then I'll really knuckle down and start taking some serious herbs. Now, you're going to put cloves in it, but I'm going to run mine through my bullet. These are cloves, and break it down into little pieces because these are whole cloves. I don't want to put whole cloves because then it doesn't, in your teapot, it's not as easily to be extracted. So let me go run this through the bullet. Okay, these are my cloves. I'm not going to have a whole lot. Like I said, I have a small hand, remember. They're very powerful. You may not want this many. I just like mine super strong. But some people may not like that strong. That's a lot. I'm almost tempted to put some of these back. But I'm going to fill that jar up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this much. It's really on the edge as to whether you want this many cloves in there, because cloves are very strong. Oh, I didn't turn the camera off. Well, you got to hear that then. I should have put this in my other container because I do this too often and it pits these. This is so strong. See that little bit there? But it's really quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to throw that in the bowl. I'm going to get this. And I'm going to have to rinse this really fast so it doesn't eat through my plastic. Cloves are very, very powerful. Now, you could put, and I'm really tempted to go in, I don't know how much it would change the flavor. I'm kind of tempted, I'm trying to get more licorice root in my diet, but I think I'll wait because I have another root tea that I will be making soon with some other of my roots and berries, and I think I'll use it in that. Just keep this strict. I want to keep it pretty close to the chai flavor because I really do enjoy the flavor of this. It's just amazing. When you have your fresh herbs like this, it is so nice. Now, if you've already got ground cloves, you can use that, but you lose a lot of the potency and the flavor when things are bought ground. And as they set, they lose flavor quicker. But if you get them whole and grind them at the time you get ready to make it, the flavor lasts longer. So I'm going to turn you off this time and rinse that out. Okay, and something that you just have to have is cardamom. Cardamom is one of the major flavors that will go into your chai. Okay, and like I said, I get the pods. Now I'm gonna put a little more than this, I think. I'm gonna put a good heaping handful. And these are the full pods. Now what I'm gonna do is run it through my little bullet blender and chop these all up. Okay, I've got a little one here. I put my pods in there, and this has got the little top. I don't know if you've ever seen a bullet. I love these things. I use mine constantly. Now I'm going to go put it on there and get those all chopped up. Okay, some of these didn't grind up, but if you look, I don't know if you can see, this camera, I tell you. Okay, come out. Do you see the little brown seeds in it? I'm trying to get it to focus. Anyway, when you open up the pod, there's little seeds in it. And I needed to, I really need to blend that a little bit more because some of these pods didn't, most of them got it. I just don't want to chop it into powder, but it kind of powders anyway. And I put the holes because there's still a lot of flavor in these little hard paper holes. They're like a thick paper holes, but they've got a lot of flavor to them that can be extracted. So I'm going to put all of it in there. Don't get rid of the holes. I need to do a video exclusively on cardamom. That is like one of my favorite herbs. I love cardamom, and it is so good for you. Really good for the digestive system. And the smell is wonderful. And there's other things you can do with cardamom. So I'm going to save that as a teaser because I am going to make another video on just cardamom. This is a wonderful, wonderful herb. Okay, let's see. My little pot's really hot, and I forgot to put the lid on it. I'm busy doing this, and I forgot my lid. You want to keep a lid on it because it holds all the volatile oils and the flavors so they don't escape. That's okay. And then sometimes I like to give my pot just a real slight shake to kind of move those herbs around so they're getting good and wet and all that goodness is coming out into the hot water. Okay, now this, I'm going to mix these all up. Let's see if I can make it where you can see it. There. Now remember, I don't have the black tea in here. I'm just making it separate in case somebody comes over. Like my sister, I don't think she drinks black tea. So if she just wants plain chai without the black tea, she could have it. It's not quite as good. You might get a caffeine-free black tea or something and mix with it. Might be an idea. But anyway, caffeine doesn't bother me. I don't drink a whole lot of it. And it actually makes me feel better because I have a very slow constitution. Very slow. And it's also good for my diabetes and kind of speeds I'm trying to break some of those holes that didn't get broke on the cardamom so that I can get the goodness out of it. But anyway, yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm just going to mix it in here with what little I have still in here. That smells good. This one smells a little sweeter than that one. That one's really pungent right now. That'll be good. That'll add lots more flavor. This is so good. Be slow. So you know what? I need to get the little funnel out, and I can not worry quite so much. I have more area there. There we go. It's much easier. Okay, now that only gave me about half a jar, but that's fine for now. I may make another half later with another flavoring in it. Something different than my elderflowers and orange peel. I might use dried blueberries or dried, I don't know. You can do a lot of different things. You can put faux tie. I love faux tie too. And that's a wonderful in it as well. But right now I'm going to kind of keep it just the main chai flavor. And there you go. I hope that helped you to see what to do. If you have any questions, please ask down below in the comments. And anything else you would like to say. It's so versatile and there's so much you can do with it. Now I'm still letting this set. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to get my big cup. I'm going to pour it in there and I'm going to put some nice my rich goat's milk and some honey. And it's a drink that's meant to be sweet. So you can put quite a bit of honey in there. You don't want to put honey in boiling stuff because it will kill off some of the beneficial things in it. But once this cools down a little bit, so it may set for a while till it, because it's really, I can't hardly touch it. It's hot. But once that cools down a little bit, not too much, because I like it pretty hot to drink, but enough that I think, it'll be okay for the honey. And I think it'll probably be anyway, because I'm not literally boiling it. But yeah, I put milk and honey, and that just makes it wonderful. And that's your chai tea. I would like to say that God is so good. I put some of these dried elderberry blossoms in here, but that's all I have left other than, now this is October, almost mid-October. And out on my elder tree, I found a big, huge bunch of elderflowers, and I just put them in my hanging dryer out there to dry. So I'll have a few more. And to me, that was such a blessing because I didn't even know elder trees would blossom in the fall. But yeah, it did. So I have some more elderflowers coming. Yay! Sometimes God just does unusual things and blesses us in little ways that he knows how to bless each of us and how to bless our heart. But I hope your heart's been blessed by watching this and you got some ideas, and I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up, and we will catch you all next time.